All right, number 28. On to the constructed response questions. Tony can type at a constant rate of 55 words per minute. I'll write an equation for the number of words W Tony can type in T minutes. Well, the words he can type is equal to the number of words, his rate that he can type per minute, time how long he's doing it. There we go. Be careful here. Do not put a dot. Certainly don't put an X, because X's are now X's. They're not multiplication. Don't do that. So how many words can Tony type in 20 minutes? Well, 20 minutes is a T value, right? So instead of T, I'm going to write 20. So W is equal to 55 times 20. And remember that when you put two numbers next to each other, it means multiply. So 20 times 55 equals 1,100 words. Although I'd rather them be cookies. I mean, who wouldn't? All right, if Tony has about half an hour to type 1,600 word essay, will he have enough time to type the entire essay and explain? Well, here's the thing. They're saying half an hour, so that's a T of 30. So I'm going to plug in a T of 30 into my equation. So W is equal to 55 times 30. And so 55 times 30 is 1,650 words. Now, unless I am very much mistaken, that is larger than 1,600 words. So therefore, he would be able to do it. Just barely get it done. All right. Oh, this is a great question. There are two doorways in the fun house. Dude, fun houses freak me out. The doors are similar rectangles. So if they're similar rectangles, perhaps I should make similar rectangles. The tall door is 9 feet and 5 feet wide. The short door is 4 feet tall. So the question is, what is this? Well, the height corresponds with the height. So the question is, what should I multiply 9 by to get 4? So my scale factor is going to be my finishing side length over my starting side length. So in other words, my scale factor is going to be equal to 4 over 9. So that's 0.4 repeating for those people who know their decimal equivalents quickly, but I could just divide. And so then I need to multiply the scale factor times the corresponding side length for x, which is 5. So I'm going to do this for repeating. Multiply by my corresponding side length, which is 5. And so this door is going to be 2.2 repeating, what is this, feet. Now, the question I have is, if that's feet, how many inches is 0.2 repeating feet? So I'm going to subtract out that 2. And so this is my number of inches, but written in feet. And there are 12 inches in a foot, so I'm going to multiply by 12. And so that's 2.2 thirds, so it's 2 feet, and 2 and 2 thirds inches. Garbage. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. This is the most complete answer, obviously. All right. Oh, I love maps. The fun thing about looking at maps is all of the places that you could go. Although on the other side, I don't like sitting for long periods of time either, so all the places that I'm not going to go because I don't want to sit in an airplane. Oh well. So the United States isn't that big though. So here we go. So I'm going to need a ruler for this one, so I'm going to pull out a math tool, i.e. a rule. There it is. Alright. So I'm going to use this later on. Alright. Question 30. It says that 1 centimeter is equal to 190 miles. I think that's 195 miles. Okay. What would be the approximate driving time to travel from the United States from LA to New York at an average speed of 55 miles an hour? Before I can do this, I have to figure out how far it is. So LA to New York, I need a distance. So I'm going to take my centimeter ruler, I put the 0, and this is centimeters, I put the 0 in LA. I'm going to extend it and rotate it so that I'm on New York. So I can clearly see that New York is almost 100 centimeters from Los Angeles on this ruler. And it says that 1 centimeter is equal to 195. And I have 10. These are millimeters, aren't they? No, yeah. Yeah, 10 millimeters. So multiply the 10 times 195. And so I get 1,950 miles. Now that just does not seem to make sense at all. At all. Does it? So the question is, why not? Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Let's go forward. So, it's 1,950 miles. So, the next step. so then, if I'm driving at 55 miles an hour, it would take about 35 hours. But wait! We don't talk about hours in decimal form. We don't say 35.45 hours. So we need to convert this decimal into minutes. And there are 60 minutes in an hour, so I multiply it by 60. So I get 35 hours, and so I guess that does sound right. So we have 35 hours and 27 minutes. All right, there you go. And the average airplane averages 500 miles per hour. It's actually close, including takeoff and landing, I guess so. I think it's closer to 525. But anyways, choose 2 cities on the map. Let's choose LA and New York and find out how long it would take the airplane to fly between them. So again, the distance is 1,950, and we're going to divide that by our speed. Yeah, still seems a little quick. So that would be 3.9 hours. Units alert, but that's, again, we don't talk about it in decimal terms, right? So I'm going to subtract out the hours, and then I'm going to multiply the decimal that's remaining by 60 minutes in an hour. And so that is 3 hours and 54 minutes. Yes, you do need to do this part to convert it into minutes. That is a requirement. How far is your city, that would be Denver, to Chihuahua, Mexico? All right, so let's go back to the map. All right, so Denver is about here in Colorado. So I'm going to place my 0 on Denver. I'm going to rotate it around. That's about 30 millimeters, which is 3 centimeters. So I know that 3 centimeters is going to be equal to, and I'm going to have to multiply that by 195 because there's 195 centimeters, or miles in each centimeter. $585 miles. And there we are, done with the map. So, Kelsey made $156 in 2 weeks at her job in the traveling carnival. I hope she had fun. It's not much money. At that rate, how much would she make in a 52-week year? Here's the thing. There's something we need to know before we can move on. We know she makes $156 in 2 weeks. How much does she make in 1 week? So I want to find her weekly rate. So 156 divided by 2, because she gets 2 weeks on one paycheck. So she only makes $78 a year. Or sorry, a month. So there are 52 weeks in a year. That is not a whole lot of money. 4,056. But I guess it would be a lot if you're in middle school. Is $4,000 a lot of money?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's a lot of money. So that's how much you'd make per year. All right, Kelsey works 12 hours per week. Oh, that's convenient. Because, oh, that's not per month, it's per week. Because we already know our weekly rate. Per means divide. So hours divided by money per week. So we have 12 divided by 70. Oh my goodness. How much does she make per hour? So make is $, so we're looking for dollars per hour. So dollars divided by hours. So it's 78 divided by the 12 hours, and I get $6.5 per hour. All right, Kelsey is saving to buy a used car that will cost $2,200. How many weeks will it take her to work to save enough money to buy the car? Well, we have $2,200, and we know she makes $78 per week. So here's the trick, though. She gets paid every 2 weeks, right? At the end of 28 weeks, does she have enough money? The answer is no. She could work 29 weeks, but she doesn't get her paycheck until the 30th week. So this problem does involve math, but it does also involve some logic, because we have to recognize that she only gets paid once every 2 weeks. Well, actually, it doesn't say that. I am making the assumption that probably is wrong. So then, like, my wife gets paid every 2 weeks. We as teacher get paid every 4 weeks or every month. It's rare that you get paid per week, but if you do get paid per week, it would only take 29 weeks. So I guess either would make sense, although I realize most kids would do this. Okay, the next video I'll do 34 on.